So it's already 5:05 if I'm not wrong. So let's start. So good evening, respected educators. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome each one of you in today's webinar that is on project-based learning, one of the most transformative approaches in modern education today. I believe my voice is clear. Doubts will be clarified towards the end. Please don't leave the webinar group for future updates and for receiving the certificates. I believe only 3 or 4 are there. Okay. Have you provided the link again? Okay. Okay. Mukherjee ma'am has joined. Okay. So today we are not merely discussing, dear educators, another teaching strategy. We are exploring a mindset that shifts classroom from teacher-centered instruction to learner-driven, right? So instead of we instructing them, they are exploring by their own. Dear educators, project-based learning enables our students to become curious thinkers, collaborative learners, creative innovators, and confident problem solvers in real life situations. And dear educators, by the end of the session, we all will understand why project-based learning has become essential nowadays, how it aligns with NEP 2020 and CBSE's competency-based educational approaches, practical classroom strategies which we all can apply in our classroom, real classroom examples that we can implement immediately, right? So once I read that Albert Einstein, he beautifully said, education is not learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. So, dear educators, now let's dive deep into the journey and find out what and how we can make our classrooms more structured and where learners grow and explore. So, dear educators, moving to the next slide. The two different classrooms. We all see different classrooms in our school, right? We compare, we understand. From certain classroom, we pick up certain things very good, and in certain classrooms, because we are moving towards collaborative learning, we want to help them out. So today, I will be discussing about two specific classrooms. So I hope you all will allow me. So one is classroom A. Students are simply copying notes. They are memorizing the definitions. They reproduce answers during the examination, whatever they have learned. A week later, what happens? Most of the learning disappears. Now, let's take another example. Another example can be, let's discuss about classroom B. Students are discussing, they are questioning, they are researching, finding out new things, and they are solving authentic problems together. It means there are many people in the group, right? And week later, what we discovered that they still remember what they learned because they experienced it, right? Let me ask you a question. If we all want to learn quick cooking, would you only read a cookbook? Do we just watch the YouTube channels or a cookery book? Or we practically go and perform in our kitchen, right? So this is exactly what happens in project-based learning. Learning happens, dear educator, when we practically observe the things, analyze the things instead of memorizing it. So project-based learning, dear educators, transforms students from passive listeners. Earlier, what used to happen? They just used to listen. Now, the student is practically doing or performing. They are creators, and that is why Classroom B prepare learners not just for exam but for real life situation, and this is the approach of NEP and NCF also, preparing our students for real world challenges. Now the next question which generally comes in our mind, what is the need for project based learning? So let's discover why we are so much curious to know and learn. As you can see on my slide, dear educators, I believe everything is clear to you all. So, dear educators, the world our students are entering is dramatically different. It's totally different from the world we faced, right? And today, information is available within seconds. We all know that. What employers seek is not simply knowledge, that you are a storehouse of knowledge, right? They seek individuals who can think critically, collaborate effectively, communicate confidently, and solve complex problems which can fall on their way. Unfortunately, my dear educators, traditional classroom often focus on remembering the information, right, instead of understanding. So let's look at these challenges. Now, if I talk about memorization, dear educators, students often ask, will it come in the exam? It's a general question which our students ask us, instead of how can I apply it in my real life situation. If we discuss about creativity, when every answer is predetermined, students stop exploring, they stop thinking, they stop using their brain. Imagine asking children to draw a tree, and if suppose everyone is drawing the same type of tree, then creativity is no more. If a child produces the same picture, creativity has been restricted. I believe you all will agree to it. Now, let's discuss about collaboration. Now, in a real life situation, we hardly work alone. In our homes also, it's a collaborative efforts. That's why the household things are moving in the right direction, right? So, whether it's in school or in hospitals or in companies or homes, success depends upon teamwork. Think of our own houses only, right? If one individual is doing the entire work and the others are not contributing, then things cannot function in the right direction, right? And whatever we are studying, understanding, exploring, that should have a real life connection. Many students ask why we are learning this, right? So project based learning answers the question by connecting learning with authentic situation. And what are those authentic situations? With real life situation. Earlier, it was exam oriented learning. We need to pass the exam. Students often ask for marks. Now, if we discuss about project based learning, encourages them to study for understanding, and understanding lasts much more than simple memorization. Now, dear educators, how many have joined? Many have not joined. Now, moving to the next slide, dear educators, what is project based learning? Dear educators, even if the Zoom meeting is over, I would put a joining link in the WhatsApp group again. You need to rejoin using the same link so that we can continue. Your certificates you will be receiving on your mail ID. Don't worry, the group will be open. In case it's difficult for you to receive the certificates, please text me and I'm always there to help you out. So what exactly, dear educators, is project-based learning? Project-based learning is an instructional approach where students acquire knowledge and skill by investigating meaningful real world problem over an extended period, right? It can be any real world problem. Now, the important thing is students do not simply complete the activities in project-based learning. They solve authentic challenges, real life challenges. They understand the process. They ask meaningful questions. Learning is learning has curiosity. For example, how can a school reduce plastic waste? Right? So, what is plastic pollution? Instead of asking that, we are giving them a real situation how we can reduce the plastic waste in our school, and they will come with lot many answers. And um, such type of questions create curiosity, and curiosity, when you have the eagerness to learn, so it drives the learning process. Now, if I talk about research and investigation, students, they collect the information from books, websites, interviews, surveys, and observations. Just like detectives gather evidence before solving a mystery, right? So they need to be explorer. Now, needs to work collaboratively, right? See, team building is very, very important. Every student contributes differently. Some lead, there are leaders, some design, some research, some present. Just like there are different members in a cricket team, but each member is very, very important to achieve the same goal, that is winning. Similarly, in a project-based learning, all the participants or all the students play a crucial role, an important role. Now, create innovative solutions. Just now I told you, I asked you, what can we do in order to reduce plastic waste? So they can create awareness campaigns, building prototypes, conducting presentations, and developing digital presentations can also be there. Now, present learning, students confidently explain their findings. And how can we confidently explain? When we have actually deep dived into it, when we have understood the question, when we have really done some analytical thinking and exploration, right? And presentation develops confidence, it develops the communication skill, it also imbibes the leadership skills among our learners. Now, reflection or self-reflection is again very, very important, right? Student ask themselves what worked, right? What did not? What would I improve next time? And a reflection transforms experience into wisdom. With every experience, we get to know something. We try to avoid mistakes, and we become more careful that mistake should not be there. So project-based learning, dear educators, does not simply prepare students to answer examination questions. It prepares them to ask meaningful questions throughout the life. And that is the hallmark, that is the motto of lifelong learning among our students, that we can imbibe through the project-based learning, right? And how this process starts, what all we as educators can do in our classroom to make it more interactive, we will explore it right now. I believe my fifth slide is clear to everyone. We are moving, that is project-based learning, a journey from curiosity to creation. So let's find out, dear educators. So, dear educators, now we have understood what project-based learning is. Let's explore how it actually unfolds in a classroom. So, PBL, that is project-based learning, is not a one-day activity or a decorative chart, my dear educators, to be displayed on the classroom wall. It's a structured, well-organized learning journey that transforms curiosity into meaningful action. Now let's discuss and explore each stage. Now the driving question. What is this driving question? Right, every successful project begins with a thought-provoking question, right? We need to ask very logically. Instead of asking what is pollution, how can our school reduce plastic waste by 50% in the next 3 months? Lot many answers will come. A powerful question stimulates curiosity and motivates our students to seek solution. Now, inquiry and research, my dear educators. See, even if we are moving to our kitchen, we need to perform lot many tasks. So what is inquiry and research? Once the question is framed, students began to investigate, they began to explore, they began to find out. They gather information, and how they will gather information, dear educators? Through books, through surveys, through interviews, through observations, various websites, or field visits. For example, if the project is about water conservation, students can interview school staff, parents, local residents understand their daily water usage and where it can be minimized and how it can be minimized. At this stage, students learn how to find reliable information rather than simply memorizing the facts. He or she is practically participating. Now, a well planned activity is always very, very important. Planning gives direction to the projects. Student divide responsibilities. We all will agree to it that only one individual cannot hold all the responsibility. Prepare timelines. See, time foundation is very, very important. Identify the resource and set achievable goals. Now, this stage develops planning, organization, and time management skills that are equally important in academics and his life. Everywhere, planning plays an important role. Now, if we discuss about project development, my dear educators, this is where ideas began to take shape, right? Project development, how we can move ahead with the project. So, students need to collaborate, create models, conduct experiments, prepare awareness campaigns. For example, if it is regarding pollution, right, or plastic waste, or develop digital presentations. For example, a science students may design a rainwater harvesting model. In English, they may create digital magazines, putting their own creativity, right, and analytical thinking. In social science, they can prepare a heritage conservation campaign, right? Learning becomes active, it becomes engaging, and at the same time, it becomes truly meaningful. Now, when this project work is done, how they are going to present it before us. Students share their finding with classmates, teachers, and even with parents. Presentation is not merely about the speaking skills, how well you are speaking. First of all, it develops confidence, right? Because you have practically underwent all those situations. It develops the communication skill. It develops logical thinking and the ability to respond to questions. And my dear educators, these are all 21st century skill. I'm repeating again, that is communication skill, logical thinking, ability to respond to various questions. Now, every presentation becomes a celebration of learning. Now, reflection movement. Now, what are these reflection movements? Where we need to think about what we actually did. Is it right or wrong? Right? Students ask themselves, what did I learn? What challenges? See, for every project, they might be facing various challenges. What would I improve next time? Reflection converts experience into wisdom. As educators, our role is, dear, not to just assess the final product, but to appreciate the entire learning journey. Appreciation and motivation are very, very important. And that is why project based learning develops deeper understanding, critical thinking, and lifelong learners. They become curious learners, right? Now, what are the essential ingredients that makes a project-based experience truly successful, right? So, what are the ingredients that we will explore now? Core elements of project-based learning, dear educators. So, moving ahead, let's discuss about the core elements of project-based learning, right? I hope my slide is clear for everyone and my voice is not breaking. So, a project alone does not qualifies for project-based learning. For a project to become meaningful, it must include certain essential elements, right? Let's understand them one by one, dear educators. Dear educators, I can see certain text. I will address all your queries towards the end. Don't worry. Challenging a real world problem. The project should address an authentic issue, right? For example, how can we reduce food wastage in our school canteen? There is a lot of food wastage. What we can do and how we can do, or how can we encourage reading habit as a as an English educator, how we can inculcate or improve the reading habits among our young children. Students become emotionally invested when the problem is real and they think over it what all logical answers they can give. Now, the first is inquiry and research. Now, the child investigates, analyze informations, compare sources, and arrived at an evidence-based conclusion. If I talk about the wastage of food in the canteen, and this develops curiosity and analytical thinking. Students' voice and choice. One of the most empowering aspect of project-based learning is giving students ownership, right? You are giving them the right, and they take the ownership and they come with beautiful answers. Allow them to decide how they will present, which tool they will use, or which solution they will wish to propose, and ownership increases their motivation level. Now, collaboration is again very, very important. Real world success depends upon teamwork. You all will agree to it. Every student contributes according to their strength, right? I may be very good in creativity. Some can be good in research. Other can be good in designing work. Some can write beautifully and some can present in front of the audience. And this builds respect, responsibility, and the interpersonal skills among our young learners, right? Now, if I talk about creativity and innovation part, so it encourages our students to think beyond textbook. Textbook is one thing, how they can, what they can add additional to it, right? For example, instead of writing an essay on environmental conservation, they can create a podcast, they can create a short film, they can make an awareness campaign also. It solely depends upon them. Innovation transforms leading into creation. Innovation, finding out something new, right? And this is how the learning improves through constructive feedback, right? If you are giving me a constructive feedback, I will surely like to improve the next time. Same with our students also. Students refine their work after receiving suggestion instead of pointing them from peers as well as from their educators or teachers. We all know that authors, before publishing their books, they revise it. So students improve their project through reflection and through revision. Now, reflection is analyzing our own work. Finally, our students reflect on both the process and the outcome, whether they have adopted or followed the right process and whether the outcome that is appropriate or not. Now, dear educators, reflection strengthens self-awareness. They get to know, promotes continuous improvement. They always try to improve in whatever outcomes they have. When all these elements come together, learning becomes engaging, meaningful, and truly student centered instead of teacher centered, right? So, having understood these elements, let us compare project based learning with the traditional classroom practices. What is the actual difference between project based learning and the traditional classroom? We will explore it right now. Moving on to the next slide, dear educators, and see, in future also, if you have any queries, any doubts, please feel free to get connected so that we can collaborate and exchange our ideas and opinion. So, dear educators, earlier it was teacher centered. You all will agree to it, right? Now it's student centered, right? It's So traditionally, teachers delivered information while students listened. In project-based learning, students actively construct knowledge and teacher become a facilitator or a mentor. You all will agree to it. Now, memorization, the old concept, that is rote learning, understanding and application, knowledge, information is important. Applying information is even more important. For example, instead of memorizing traffic rule, let's take the student to an area, right? They can survey the traffic around the school and propose safety improvements. So this is real life learning instead of just rote learning memorization, and that learning stays with them throughout the life. Now, earlier it was individual task. Now we are insisting more on collaborative learning with team. So the workplace values teamwork, school must prepare our students, that is our learners, for collaborative learning, because they will know how to make a or how to build a team in future. If I talk about the educators about the traditional classroom, it was exam oriented. Now it's skill oriented, right? Whether you have understood the concept or not, that is more important. So success today depends not only on marks, but also on competencies such as communication, creativity, collaboration, and problem solving approach. So these skills develop, and we can nurture these skills, we can develop these skills among our learners through project based learning. Now, we all have heard about passive participation and active engagement. Earlier, it was passive participation because they were just listeners. Now there is active engagement because the child is actually performing the task. So, dear educators, when students actively investigate, discuss, create, and present, learning becomes enjoyable and memorable. So, as educators, our goal is to move our students not from merely asking what is right answer, but what should be the best possible solution. And this is the essence of the 21st century education, dear educators. So, if project-based learning transform the classroom, what impact does it have on our students, right? So let's look at the remarkable benefits of project-based learning for our students. We will find it. So dear educators, as you can see my slide, benefits of project-based learning for the students. So the greatest benefit goes obviously to our students, to our learners. First of all, it builds confidence. When students present before an audience, they defend their ideas and answer questions, their confidence grows naturally. Even shy learners gradually become active participants. It enhances creativity also. Like project encourages students to think differently. Instead of reproducing information, they create solutions, they come with a logical solution. Innovation begins with imagination. The more imaginative they are, they will be innovative. It also develops critical thinking. Now, what is critical thinking? They analyze the situation and then they answer. Students learn to analyze situation, evaluate the evidence, compare alternatives, and make informed decisions. They think all the possible situation and then they come with the answers. And these are life skills that extend far beyond our classroom. Now, encourages independent learning. Students begin taking responsibility of their own learning. They become self-directed learners instead of waiting for every instruction, right? They take the responsibility, promotes lifelong learning. Now, curiosity does not end after examination. Students continue asking questions, they explore ideas, they seek knowledge throughout their lives. It also improves the communication skill, whether speaking, writing, presenting, or discussing. Students continuously practice effective communication, and this prepares them for higher education and future careers in life. Now, see, we all talk about teamwork and leadership. So, every project teaches students to collaborate, respect different viewpoints, resolve disagreements, and support one another, right? There may be difference of opinion, but how we can resolve it? Leadership is not about giving orders, it's about inspiring a team towards a common goal. How we can inspire our team, right? And moreover, project-based learning, dear educators, connects learning with real life situation. So this is the greatest strength of project-based learning. Students realize what they learned in school has practical relevance. Mathematics help them to calculate budget they understand. Science will help them to explore about human body and environmental issues. English helps them to communicate ideas effectively and logically. And social science helps them to become more responsible citizens. When learning connects with life, education becomes purposeful. The purpose of education is becomes more clear rather than merely academic. And that's exactly what we want from our students. And we as educators need to provide them the right path. So, dear educators, project based learning does not simply prepare students to succeed in examination. That was the old tradition. It prepares them to succeed in life, equipping them with knowledge, with skill, with mindset that they need with the changing world. Right? Now, moving on, role of teachers, role of educators in project based learning. Let's discuss it. Mm, Let's role of teachers. So, so far we have understood that project-based learning is and why it is important. Now we will discuss the most significant challenges that project-based learning brings, the changing role of teacher, we as educators. Now we all know that in traditional classrooms, the teacher is often seen as a primary source of knowledge. Students listen, they take notes, they produce information during examination, right? However, my dear educators, in project-based learning, the teacher is just a facilitator, a mentor, or a guide rather than giving just lectures. Our responsibility shifts from giving the answers to helping students to discover their answers by themselves, right? First, we guide learning. Instead of telling students exactly what to do, we ask guiding questions. For example, rather than explaining everything about water conservation, we may ask, how can our school reduce water wastage? The question immediately encourages our learners to think, investigate, and explore. Second is we encourage inquiry. Students ask questions, collect information, conduct surveys and interview, and explore different viewpoints. So, dear educators, learning become an active process rather than a passive learning. We monitor the progress. We regularly check students' planning, teamwork, understanding, and small checkpoints help to identify problems before they become bigger and become more challenging. Further, we support teamwork. Many projects require collaboration. I hope you all will agree to it. Our role is to ensure that every student participates meaningfully and learn to respect different opinions. We need to respect different culture, different tradition. Now, we as teacher provide continuous feedback instead of waiting until the final presentation. We give constructive feedbacks and suggestions throughout the project so that the child improves. Finally, we motivate. Not every project goes as planned. Students may face, we also face, fail many a times. As teachers, we need to encourage and help our students to build resilience and confidence. So, the ultimate goal of our teacher is not simply to deliver information, but to create opportunities where students construct knowledge on their own. Right? As Benjamin Franklin wisely said, tell me I forgot, teach me I remember, involve me I learn. And that's exactly the spirit of project based learning is. Dear educators, Zoom is showing 1 minute. Now, after telling once again, everyone, I am forwarding the certificate link in the project based learning group. Kindly fill the form and you can generate your certificates. I'm forwarding, and we will be moving towards the challenges and the practical solutions now. Recording is on. So, dear educators, how many have joined? We can wait for 2 minutes. And we need to put a message over there that they can generate the certificate. You tell that webinar is going on and today it's not required. So, dear educators, while project-based learning offers a tremendous benefit, it also presents certain challenges like any other task which we perform in our day-to-day life. And the good news is that every challenge has a solution. So let's discuss. First of all is the time management. Many teachers worry that project consumes too much classroom time, and the simple solution is careful planning. So break the projects into smaller milestones with clear deadlines. For example, first week research, second week planning, third week project development, and fourth week presentation. And this keeps students organized and reduce the last minute pressure. Now, the next hindrance which teachers face is limited resources. Some school may not have advanced labs or expensive materials. Now, we need to remember that effective projects do not always require expensive resources. Students can use mobile phones for research. They can use recycled material, local community resources available, and online tools. An interview with experts can also solve their query. For example, if I talk about biodiversity project can simply involve observing plants in the school garden. Now, unequal participation, this is the most common thing. Sometimes one or two students complete the entire project while others remain passive. And to avoid such a type of situation, which really happens, that we need to assign specific roles such as team leader, researcher, designer, presenter, documentation manager. When responsibilities are clearly given, right, we get responsibility during the school annual function, accountability increases. Now, assessment difficulties. Now, teacher often asks, how do I assess a project fairly? The answer is by using rubrics, right? Assess different aspects such as research quality, right? How deep diving has been done, creativity, collaboration. Let's talk about communication, how effective communication is, and the final project and reflection. So, dear educators, continuous assessment provides a much clearer picture to students for learning uh, that a single final score, right? They understand better. Now, group conflicts or difference of opinion is also there. Now, we need to teach and make our students understand that they need to listen respectfully, communicate openly, and resolve disagreements through discussions. So, these conflicts resolve skills, and they are valuable life skills, dear educators, that extend beyond the classroom. So challenges should never discourage us as educators. With this, with thorough planning and proper guidance, project-based learning becomes both manageable and highly rewarding. Now, what are the various technology that supports project-based learning? Let's explore that. Right. So these are the various things that support. So technology has become a powerful partner in project-based learning. It makes learning more engaging, collaborative, creative, and accessible. Now, let's look at some of the useful digital tools, Google Classroom and Google Slides. These help students to share resource, collaborate, or present and receive teachers' feedback in real time. Now, if I talk about Canva, student can design professional looking posters, infographics, brochures. They can do presentations without requiring advanced digital skill. Now, Padlet is another important tool, works as a digital collaboration board where students can post their ideas, they can put forward their images, videos, links, and reflections, and it helps in the learning process. If I talk and discuss about Kahoot, it transformed the assessment into a fun learning experience through interactive quizzes. Now, teachers can quickly check their understanding while keeping students highly engaged. Now, let's discuss about YouTube video, the most simplified ones. Students can explore authentic demonstration, expert talks, documentaries, and other related things to deepen their understanding. However, we should always guide them to use reliable and age-appropriate sources. Now, ChatGPT, which many of us are using, artificial intelligence can support students by helping them to generate ideas. It can clarify the concept, summarize information, improve writing, brainstorm project topics. But students should verify the information and use AI ethically. It should support learning, it should not replace original thinking. Technology is not the project itself. It is simply a tool, dear educators, that enhances creativity, collaboration, research, and communication among our students. Dear educators, now we are moving ahead to the next slide. So, dear educators, as we come to the end of today's session, let's reflect on the true purpose of project-based learning. It's not simply a teaching strategy, it's a shift in our mindset. It transforms classroom into spaces where students ask meaningful questions, investigate real-world problems, collaborate with others, communicate confidently, and create practical solutions. When students participate in authentic projects, they develop skills that extend far beyond textbooks. They become critical thinkers, effective communicators, creative problem solvers, and responsible collaborators. They also become lifelong learners. So, these are the competencies which our learners need for the 21st century as aligned with NEP and NCF. So, as educators, we have the opportunity to move from teaching for exam to teaching for life, right? We need to teach for life. So, education is not learning of facts, it's the training of the mind to think, which we discussed earlier. If we inspire students to think, question, explore, and create, we are preparing them not only for academic success, but also for meaningful lives. Dear educators, thank you for your enthusiastic participation. I hope that today's session encourages you to implement project-based learning in your classroom and experience the joy of seeing the student become active, confident, and independent learners. Thank you once again. Now, dear educators, I believe you all have got the certificate link and you might have generated the certificate. In case you have not, then feel free to approach me through my WhatsApp number. Thank you everyone for your valuable time, active participation, and thoughtful attention towards this session. I sincerely hope the ideas, strategies, and the examples shared today will help you to confidently integrate project-based learning in your classroom. Remember, dear educators, every meaningful project begins with a powerful question. One teacher who believes that students learn best by doing. I truly appreciate your dedication in transforming learning experience for our children. Now, dear educators, if you have any questions or you would like to share your any experience, I would be delighted to interact with you all. Thank you once again, and I wish all the best to you for your teaching journey. Now, I will unmute you all. Dear educators, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Any messages regarding? Okay. So I'm ending the session with a hope that we will connect again, and I will be forwarding the upcoming webinars on the group which we have generated. Thank you and everyone, and have a nice day ahead.